Several leaders from European countries are pushing back against President Trump's plans to impose tariffs on their countries if they don't go along with his acquisition of Greenland. Trump said over the weekend that several European nations, all NATO allies, will be charged a 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. on February 1st. On June 1st, that number will rise to 25% unless a deal is reached to purchase Greenland. He wrote on Truth Social, "China and Russia want Greenland, and there's not a thing that Denmark can do about it. This is a very dangerous situation for the safety, security, and survival of our planet." He added that U.S. presidents for the past 150 years have been trying to acquire Greenland, but have been unsuccessful in doing so, and now is more imperative than ever. Several European leaders disagree.
Any decision about the future status of Greenland belongs to the people of Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark alone.
To show the American president, you have a desire, you have a vision, you have a request, but you will never be able to achieve that by putting pressure on us.
Members of the European Union held an emergency meeting on Sunday to discuss retaliatory measures to take against President Trump's threat of tariffs, but so far not coming to a complete consensus, with the UK announcing that they will not impose tariffs on the US for this. Greenland sits at the center of U.S. defenses against Chinese and Russian nuclear missile threats. It's a midway point in the Arctic that serves as an early detection spot for missiles, playing a key role in President Trump's plans for a Golden Dome missile defense system around the U.S. Officials in Greenland have stated their desire to become independent of Denmark, and remain so for the U.S. for that matter, but they also recognize that a close partnership with the U.S. is essential, with increased threats from Russia and China.
We're seeing more and more activity for the last couple of decades from Russia and China, and it's very important for the Greenlandic people to, in that context, to have direct communication with the United States, which is vital to the security and stability in the Arctic in the Western Alliance.
President Trump and his administration have said that the only way to ensure the security of NATO, Greenland, and the U.S. is for the U.S. to acquire Greenland.
If there were an attack on Greenland from Russia, from some other area, we would get dragged in. So better now, peace through strength. Greenland can only be defended if it is part of the U.S., and it will not need to be defended if it is part of the U.S. The president is trying to avoid a conflict.
Later this week, President Trump is expected to travel to Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum, where the topic of Greenland is expected to come up. Reporting from the White House, Jack Bradley, NTD News.